Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have some more Twilight PvP battles. Now, I will be starting next week doing some different battles outside of the Twilight Cup, like in the Great League, Ultra, and Master League. But, you know, I figure I'll switch it up each week. Maybe that might be cool to do a different team each week and whatnot, a different theme. That sounds pretty cool, right? But right now I am focusing on the Twilight Cup. Now, unfortunately, I'm battling the same person. I know some of you had said that you want to see a different variety of people or a different variety of Pokemon. The people I talk to on my Discord, they actually they're not interested in the Twilight Cup, or they don't have a team invested in yet. So right now it's the same person or the same couple of people. I might be getting another person who's almost finished with his team that's almost ready to battle, but for right now it's the same person, but they are using different Pokemon or some different Pokemon, so it is pretty cool. But for right now we are doing more Twilight battles, and just to show you, we do have the new Sinnohstone Evolution Pokemon. Not everyone is available. I know Mamoswine and Magnezone are not available, and there's a couple others. Leafeon and Glaceon are not available, unfortunately. But some of them are. I'm not showing you all of them, but this is one of my favorites, Curlia into Gallade. I absolutely love Gallade, so I'm really, really happy to have this Pokemon in my collection. So definitely go ahead and evolve all the Pokemon that are currently available, like the ones I showed you, and then some. So that's really cool, really exciting to have that. So we are going to go ahead and move on to battling my good friend Joker, and I am starting off with a new test, which is Sharpedo. Now, Sharpedo is absolutely insane in terms of the amount of damage it does. It is a glass cannon, it's really frail, but look how much damage that did. That Drapion resists Sharpedo, and Sharpedo is just crunching away with that bite over and over and over again. So even though something resisted, still doing a load of damage. Would have taken it out had he not switched, but he did decide to switch into a Shift Tree, and I do go ahead and activate my Poison Fang. He's not going to allow it to happen. He does block, so I do go ahead and switch. I actually already wasted both of his shields, which is awesome, which is incredible. So yeah, he does knock out Sharpedo, but again, we knocked out Shift Tree, and Drapion is almost gone right now. So showing the devastation of that Sharpedo, I do have the Alolan Muck doing a load of damage to that Toxicroak. He does have the Mud Bomb to finish my Alolan Muck off, but my Toxicroak is going to be able to block this Mud Bomb, and then I'm going to be able to knock out his Toxicroak just fine. And as I said, his Drapion is almost gone, so he's not going to be able to do much. Aqua Tail is not enough to finish me off, and this Mud Bomb is going to finish him off. So we do go ahead and take the first victory of the video, and yeah, so that is video 1. So thanks to Sharpedo, able to do a lot of damage and able to win that game for us. And now moving on, we have another battle. I am starting off with Grimer. Now Grimer has Mud Slap as a fast move, and as a quick move it has Mud Bomb. Now I didn't skill swap this, I didn't even invest in it, so it's still like 1200 CP. You can get up to close to 1400 CP max. I think it's 1300 something, close to 1400. But yeah, I didn't skill swap it. I just wanted to see how it would do as is. So it does do a lot of damage. It is enough to take out that Toxicroak. Of course, we waste both shields, but if you have Mud Bomb and if it's at a higher CP, of course it's going to do a lot of damage. Now this Crobat, of course, is not going to take any nonsense from Grimer, so it does go ahead and knock out our Grimer. But we do have the Sharpedo, which is going to do a lot of damage. Get off that Poison Fang. He takes it, he doesn't block it, and now he's switching into Drapion, doing a good amount of damage just with Bite before it's knocked out, even though it was almost knocked out. So he does get off the Aqua Tail, not going to do much to us. We do get off a Mud Bomb, and yeah, he's going to block it, of course, because he has to block it. He does get off yet another Aqua Tail. This is not going to be able to finish us off, but we do get off. We do knock out that Drapion just fine. So yeah, I would say Grimer coming through, really helping us out. Definitely a good Pokemon, but again, you do need that Mud Bomb as a charge move if you want to bring it. But of course, it's not going to do anything to Crobat. We're starting off with Toxicroak. He's starting off with Crobat. You guys know I have to get out of there. Switching into Sharpedo, biting away at that Crobat, doing a load of damage. He does switch into Umbreon. Is he going to block this? No, he doesn't, because that did absolutely no damage to that Umbreon. You know, Bite is doing more damage than that Poison Fang did, which is actually kind of funny. But yeah, you can get Crunch on Sharpedo, which is definitely a good option. But yeah, I didn't invest in Sharpedo, similar to Grimer. I didn't invest in it at all. It's still at like 1200 CP, 1207 I think it is exactly. I didn't invest in it at all. I didn't switch its ability or anything, use a charge TM, but we do go ahead and knock out that Umbreon, and he does have a Crobat, so I'm going to switch into my own Crobat, and he's going to get off a move. I choose not to block, but that Shadow Ball actually did a lot of damage. Knock out that Crobat. We do get off the Shadow Ball, and he does choose to block that. And of course, he's going to finish our Crobat off because we're very low health. So there goes Crobat. So we do have the Toxicroak, and we get off the Mud Bomb, but of course he blocks it. He had to block it basically. I do go ahead and block his Ice Beam, and now neither of us have a shield, so we do get off the Mud Bomb. And I was figuring at this point I probably lost, because all I have is a Toxicroak that's almost knocked out. So yeah, he sends in his Crobat, and of course we're going to take the loss on that one. So good game on that. So we do go ahead and move on to yet another battle, starting off with Venusaur. He starts off with Crobat. This is not a good matchup for us at all. So of course we're going to have to switch into that Alolan Eradicate, and he does switch into Toxicroak. Of course we had to switch first, so it's really unfortunate. Get off that Hyper Fang, actually doing a lot of damage, but he does take out Alolan Eradicate. I didn't mind that trade-off though. He should have probably blocked there just because of how much that Hyper Fang did. But yeah, he does get off that Mud Bomb. I choose not to block to save my last shield, knock out that Toxicroak, and he does have Crobat, and of course Crobat is not going to take much at all from that Frenzy Plant. So yeah, really good Pokemon. Crobat is good for this Twilight Cup. Yeah, if you want to counter it, Azumarill with Ice Beam. That's not even a good counter though, because this could have a poison move, Crobat. So it's really tough to counter this Pokemon. Yeah, I would say Ice or Electric types if you could find something. Rock types would be able to counter it, you know. But it's really a tough Pokemon. This and Golbat are really tough to compete with in this competition. But yeah, we do go ahead and get off that Mud Bomb against Drapion, doing a load of damage. And this match came so close, but he does get off that Aqua Tail, and that's enough to knock out my Toxicroak. So yeah, I have a lot of trouble with Crobat. If you couldn't tell, you know, Psychic types, if you have Gardevoir with Confusion, is probably the best counter to this. But I don't have a Gardevoir invested in. I do have it. It's very low CP, like 700, so not enough. But I do start off with Crobat, and he starts off with his shiny Honchkrow, and we are going. He chooses not to block, so we do knock that out. Now we have the Umbreon, so really annoying Pokemon. I do go ahead and block because I do have a charge move up, so we do get off a charge move, Sludge Bomb, but of course he's going to block that. I don't think that would have done a lot of damage to Umbreon anyway, but we do go ahead and switch into Toxicroak, which of course is going to do a lot of damage because it's a fighting Pokemon, and he decides to switch Umbreon, but we have the Mud Bomb waiting, and he does go ahead and block that. Of course, he's going to have to block that. Now, he does get off his Mud Bomb, and that's going to force a shield. So we're down shield, both of us, and I do get off a Mud Bomb. That's going to easily take out that Toxicroak. And yeah, so I do get off my last Mud Bomb, and that is going to finish off the Umbreon. So yet another really nice game. Really had a lot of fun with that one. By the way, I did get the gold medal, which is really exciting. I'm really happy about that. In the Great League, not the other leagues yet, because I haven't played as much of that. But we do start off with Sharpedo. He starts off with Crobat, and that Sharpedo is just going to crunch away at that Crobat. So he does block the Poison Fang. It would have knocked it out at that range, I think. But I guess that's why he decided to block it. But my Sharpedo goes down. But it was worth the trade, in my opinion. We do switch it up to Grimet, and I choose to block. And I really like the new animation, by the way. We did get that update. Go ahead and Sludge. Of course, that should be a Mud Bomb. I think he was predicting Mud Bomb. That's why he blocked. But Sludge would have probably still knocked it out at that range anyway. But we do go ahead and knock that out, and we go ahead and Sludge. Even Mud Bomb wouldn't have done much. But he does have that Golbat, so unfortunately, that's going to not only knock out our Grimer, but it's also going to knock out our Toxicroak, because we can't do anything. Mud Bomb and Dynamic Punch, it's not going to do anything to Golbat or Crobat. Again, a Psychic move is really going to handle it well. So because I had a lot of trouble with Golbat and Crobat against him, I think I am going to invest in a Gardevoir with Confusion. It also has Charge Beam, but I feel like Confusion. What do you guys think? I might try both moves. But anyway, basically the same lead up. I have the Sharpedo. He has the Crobat. He switches into Toxicroak, which is going to knock out my Sharpedo. But I actually switch into my Azumarill, and he does go ahead and use Mud Bomb, which is not going to do anything to Azumarill because Azumarill is so bulky. If you want to do a lot of damage to Azumarill, I would say something that's super effective against it, which there is a lot in this cup because it is a poison cup at the end of the day. So we do go ahead and get off that Play Rough. So this is actually going to be that's going to be neutral to Skunk Tank because it is a dark type, but it's also a poison type, and get off yet another play rough. But even though it is neutral, look how much damage it did. So showing the strength of Azumo. That's why I'm saying Azumo is really good for this cup, or at least decent. He does have the Crobat. I do get off the Ice Beam. He blocks this one, right? I mean, he has to if he has a shield left. Yes, he does. I thought he did. I thought he had a shield left, but we're in a pretty good position because we still have one shield, and we're going to obviously have to take it here. He does go ahead and opt to use Shadow Ball, but we're going to go ahead and knock out that Crobat, so we do take a win against that sneaky Crobat. But yeah, moving on. We do begin with Grimer, trying out Grimer. Again, he does have that Toxicroak. Now, of course, at this point, he knows that I don't have Mud Bomb on my Grimer because I'm just testing things out. I didn't use a Charge Beam, so I believe he doesn't block this one because he knows it's Sludge, and yeah, that's what he does. He doesn't block it. Of course, he shouldn't block it, but you should have Mud Bomb on it for sure. So he does go ahead and take the knockout on my Grimer, but we do go ahead and knock out his Toxicroak with a Alolan Muck. He switches into Drapion. We switch in to Toxicroak, and yeah, he switches into Crobat, which is unfortunate for us, and we do go ahead and get off that Dynamic Punch, not doing anything, but we can't switch, so we basically have to make the best of a bad situation, using that Mud Bomb, seeing which one does more. I think they do about the same amount of damage. Mud Bomb charges a little bit quicker, so switching into Alolan Muck. And he gets the Air Cutter, but of course we block it. And he switches out to Drapion, or he switches into Drapion, and we use Gunk Shot. Not gonna do much, but he gets off the Aqua Tail. That's actually not gonna do much because Alolan Muck is a bulky Pokemon. We get off that Dark Pulse, and he's going to block it, of course. Now he's going to be able to get one more Aqua Tail. I knew I would survive it, so can we get off the crunch? Yes, we can. We're going to win this game, and that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.